It looks like the Marlow situation is finally over. This will be my last time talking about it. I've talked about it enough. We just got Refund's new video debunking the entire response, and even more importantly, just now, pretty much every staff member of MCTiers has straight up resigned. Here's what they had to say. We got Spooked, who Marlow literally got on to help their case during their 3-hour response video, but now Spooked is not on Marlow's side at all. He posted on Discord, "Hi everyone, I hope this message finds you well. I've been a part of the MCTiers SMP tier list for over a year now, and I feel that now is the most appropriate time for me to step down from both manager and overseer. This isn't a decision that was easy for me to make, as I have dedicated a significant amount of time and effort towards this project, and I genuinely cared about its success. However, after consideration, I have decided that I can no longer justify contributing to the project." Rai has recently unblacklisted and re-promoted the Marlow account to administrator, transferring ownership of all MCTiers Discord server back to them. Obviously, I just covered this in my last video. Absolutely insane. This decision, made without critical input from either myself or Gear Zero overseers, has reinforced my belief that the direction of this project is no longer one I can endorse or support. Leadership decisions of this caliber inevitably shape the future of the community, and this one in particular has made it clear to me that my values and expectations for this project no longer align with the ones currently in control. I appreciate everyone who has worked alongside me during my time here, as well as the community members who made everything possible. I wish the best for all of those who continue with MCTiers moving forward. Wow, the overseers are stepping down because the corruption is just so blatant. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of surprised it took them this long to kind of, fully catch on to the situation. But yep, as we've covered, Rai hand in hand with Marlow. But if you thought that was all, you'd be completely wrong, because look at all of these people resigning at the same exact time. They had their message ready to copy and paste. Look at this. Right at 12 p.m. I have decided to resign from MCTiers due to a lack of trust in the management, particularly in how the Danger Mario situation was handled. Oh my gosh, they literally all say this too, like the exact same wording. They just copy and pasted it. And we also got this message from Jamie. I'll keep this brief, but we wanted to be clear. Everyone in the higher management of Mace has decided to step away and move on to a new project. Everyone in the higher management. The main reason behind this decision is that we've lost the confidence and faith in the current direction the network and its management is taking. At this point, we believe it's better to invest our time and effort in something new, with a system and leadership that we fully believe in. Well, we all saw this coming. We're truly grateful for the time that we spent staffing here, and for every person we've had the pleasure of working with. Most importantly, we would like to thank you, the community. Your support has meant more to us than you could imagine. This decision wasn't easy, but we felt it was necessary for our own morals. Thank you, and we truly hope our paths will cross again soon. You'll be hearing from us again. Best regards, Mace Management. This was right at 12 p.m. as well. They all coordinated this. And well, it looks like we got the new server that people are starting up. Genuinely insane that Marlow's just gonna continue keeping on with their head down. Everyone involved in MCTiers is just gonna keep collecting the bag and just pretend all of this never happened. I'm sure they're gonna unban Rapture very soon. I'm calling that as well, or maybe they won't. I don't know, we'll see. And of course, now we got Reef One's video absolutely obliterating Marlow's 3-hour response. If you somehow believed the points in Marlow's response, there should be no doubt anymore. One of the major things that Marlow had to fall back on was that the Telegram DMs were quote-unquote fake. That was like the smoking gun that could help Marlow, because that was directly linking them to Danger Mario, but Reef One would debunk this.
People have the ability to create custom apps, so my belief is that one was used in order to fabricate a full timeline of messages and dates.
Marlow's fake Telegram excuse collapses the moment you look into it. Yes, you can create custom mini apps inside of Telegram, but they're not at all capable of what Marlow describes. This is what a mini app actually looks like. The moment one loads up, you can clearly tell. This is hard-coded into Telegram itself. A mini app is just a web application rendering inside of Telegram. It's not capable of hijacking an entire Telegram and creating fake messages, fake dates, fake pictures, and fake chats. That's just not how mini apps work in the slightest.
Of course, he would also debunk all of the cheating allegations that Marlow tried to weasel through and say that they weren't cheating when they obviously were. He'd also touch on the AI voice, which obviously I talked about, which is like, just why would you ever use an AI voice in this way? It makes no sense.
So you guys remember how I mentioned a pattern of lying, getting caught, and then admission to a lesser crime? This exact same situation occurred with the whole AI voice portion of her video. When I first questioned Marlow about her usage of an AI voice, she completely denied it. Not only that, she told me that I was dehumanizing her and that it was mean to insult her real voice. She said her feelings were getting actually hurt. I told her numerous times that the usage of the AI voice wasn't necessarily the problem, just so that she was lying about it. I also told her that there were several cases where an AI voice would be acceptable, like gender-affirming care, illness, and things of that nature. How could she ever complain about anyone being manipulative in this situation? How could she complain about me being bad faith? If she really had just been using an AI voice this whole time for the reason that she described in her video, and that she had trained it off of her actual, supposedly real voice, then why would she not just do the whole do-re-mi thing with her real voice?
And he actually touches on the Rapture connection and how Marlow straight up refuses to acknowledge Rapture is linked to HideXL. But Marlow isn't touching on this at all. Again, it was so obviously interlinked, but just doesn't mention it in the 3-hour response video. I guess just couldn't fit it in there.
To make matters worse, when I first pressed them about Rapture, who also has a very obviously AI voice, they completely denied it. I sent a recording of it, and they told me that I had AI generated the recording myself and kicked me out the group chat. Let's say her story checks out, even though it doesn't, and that she was only lying to protect herself. Why would she defend Rapture that hard? This only makes sense in the context of Marlow being Danger Mario. I actually don't have to say in the context of Rapture being HideXL, because Marlow's own tier list network confirmed and banned him for being an alt of HideXL. As a quick reminder, Danger Mario and HideXL had met up previously and have been close friends for over 5 years. We're supposed to believe it's somehow a coincidence that she fought tooth and nail to protect and defend Danger Mario's best friend. This is...
And of course, he also covers the new damning evidence of the hand cam that Swite brought to light.
You guys may have seen Swite's recent video. In this video, he shows how the fights showcased in Marlow's hand cam, as well as her pot test against him, do not line up with the POVs of the players being fought. More specifically, their logs are completely different. Specific details like pot counts, HP, and even details like helmets breaking are completely messed up in Marlow's video. Remember Vivikai, the person that Marlow got to vouch for her and fight for her duel? That same person contributed their logs and confirmed that Marlow had faked the fight on the hand cam. Anyways, here's what Marlow had to say about it. She completely denies faking these fights. If she goes back on this later, I just don't know what to say.
So yeah, everyone just has to move on from MCTiers, and that's really all anyone can do, because Marlow has full control of the website and the Discord and everything, and they're obviously not going to be giving up the power and the money that comes from it anytime soon. So, if you want to continue the PvP community in a good light, please seek out these other servers and move away from MCTiers. This looks like this concludes the entire Marlow scandal.